Hey, what's up? I'm going to show you how to do this look. I call these my Tim Burton nails, but it's just a simple black and white stripe. And you can use any colors you want, obviously. I've got two different top coats on here. These are shiny and these are matte, which you can hopefully see the difference in. I prefer this to be a matte look, but if you want them to be shiny, it's entirely up to you. I do suggest putting on the shiny top coat either way for added strength. I don't know about other matte top coats, but the one that I use, it's not that strong. It's very easy to chip your nail polish. So I suggest putting the shiny top coat on and then following that up with the matte. And what you can do is you can either use one coat of the matte and it turns it kind of satin, kind of in between, or two coats of the matte and it turns it matte. As for the nail polish, I've gotten a lot of requests to make this tutorial. You know, how do you make the lines? How do you make them straight? This is what you use, striper nail polish. Now what this is, in case you don't know what pinstriping is, that's all these are. They've got pinstriping brushes in them. They've got these long skinny brushes, and that's how you do it. So I'm just going to get right to it and show you how to do this look. You take your brush, and what you do is you just start making lines down your nail. So you just take that and you move a little over and you keep making stripes down your nail. And if it's not perfect or it's a little too thick, then I'll show you how to fix that in a minute, but you just keep doing that. And they don't have to be perfect, but it does help if they're straight, since that's kind of the entire point. So if you have to work slowly, then don't worry about it. There's really no rush to this. So you've got that, and now you grab your other color and you just fill in the lines in between. So you let that dry. It doesn't take very long for this to dry, honestly. Regular nail polish, I guess maybe it's because it's thicker, I don't know, but regular nail polish tends to take a little longer to dry. This stuff, honestly, almost as soon as you're done painting your nail, you're good to go. You're good to make another layer. You do want to make at least 2 layers because you can't see it on the camera, I don't think. No, and I don't have the autofocus on, but it's kind of streaky. It's a little streaky. So you want to make at least 2 layers. It's also to help with in case you messed up at all. Multiple layers helps straighten that out. It is hopefully dry enough so I can show you the top coat. So you take your top coat and you put it on there, and you realize the hard way that it is definitely not dry. So you get it off your brush, so anyways, that's what it looks like when you mess up. After you did all your pretty stuff, you've got to make sure that it's dry. I obviously didn't. See, when I told you that this stuff dries very quickly, that was a lie. That was a very big lie. Let's get those out of here. They dry quickly, but they don't dry that quickly. So, okay, let's just pretend that I finished and everything's great and done. That's what it's going to end up looking like. Not what I just did. It'll end up looking like this. This is if you did the top coat and just left it be. And this is if you ended up using either the Matte Magic or the Matte About You or whatever the heck you want to use. This is what it's going to end up looking like. So remember, do your stripes, make sure it dries. Otherwise, that's what you're going to be stuck with, and that's not happy. That's not a happy nail right there. You're going to look at that and you're going to be so mad at yourself for not letting it dry. So let's pretend that that didn't happen. And this is what it's going to turn out to be. Have a good day.